Hi everyone, and today I'm going to be giving you my top tips for college as someone who's already done their first year in college. First thing I'm going to be talking about is what do you wear? So it also depends on what course you've chose. So personally for me, I did art, so I could wear whatever I wanted to. Most courses you can wear whatever you want. If you've chose like hairdressing, engineering, aviation, things like that, that's where you'd have to wear a uniform, because them sort of jobs you need to wear a uniform. So for like art, for example, I could wear whatever I wanted. You could wear jeans, you could wear joggers if you want to be comfy. You can wear something really smart, something not as smart, something comfy. You can honestly wear whatever you want, whatever shoes, wear makeup, dye your hair. It's nothing like school. Like school, you had to be in uniform, you had to not wear makeup, you wasn't allowed to dye your hair or anything like that. But in college, you can express yourselves. There is goths in my college with like the full like goth makeup on, and I think they look amazing. So the best thing to do in college is express yourself with your clothing. The second thing is tutors. So your tutors, you can call them by their first names, and they are super chill. But they are really, really, really chill. And they will let you basically do whatever you want. They're not like teachers. They won't teach you like a child. So they will treat you like an adult. And you call them by their first names. You can actually have a laugh with them. They're very down to earth, in my opinion. That's what my tutors were like. It depends on different ones, but they will also let you go to the toilet whenever you want. Whereas in school, if you would say like, "Miss, can I go to the toilet?" and they'd be like, "Wait until break." If I say to my tutor, Jamie, for example, "I want to go to the toilet," sometimes I don't even have to ask him. He'll just say, "You can just go, and just don't be too long." But it's as easy as that. Like, they are really, really chill. You can do whatever you want and they're chill with it. Number 3 is phones. You are allowed phones in my college. I know some colleges you aren't. Like, I know someone who's their college, they're not allowed phones, but we could be sat there and we're allowed to go on phones when we want. A lot of the time we're allowed to go on phones for research. Like, I did art, so instead of going on a laptop or computer all the time, I would just go on my phone to do research. You could take photos of your work for evidence of what you've done. So you're allowed using your phones whenever. You're allowed your phones on your desk, so you can go on them any time. And one thing as well, if you're receiving an important phone call, you're allowed to just take it in class. I prefer to go outside, but if you just say to your tutor, "I've got an important call, I really need to answer it," they'll be like, "Yeah, go answer it." Moving on, number 4, I have forgotten because I keep have to pause to think. But number 4, what equipment do I need to take? So the equipment that you need also depends on your course. I'm doing hairdressing next year as part of my second year, so I need to buy a head and some scissors and all sorts of brushes and things like that. And it also just depends on your course. Like art as well, you'll need pens, pencils, things like that. Some courses you don't actually need to bring anything at all. You could just bring a bag with your water bottle and your food in, some snacks, anything that you really need. But if you think that you need pens and pencils, I would bring it. Especially if you're resitting maths or English or both. Number 5 is lanyards. So I have to wear a lanyard in my college, and I'm guessing it's like that for every other college. And what I do, before I go into college, I have to like scan it for every single door to go around. And you wear it all times. It has a picture of yourself on, and it might have like a code. Each person in college has a code. It'll have a picture of yourself on, your first name and last name, and probably the lanyard part will probably say what college you go to. And you have to wear that all times. You can't take it off. And it's to scan you through places. So this is my lanyard here. You can have badges on it if you want to, because I've customised mine. But it has like my number on that you get given. It also tells you what college you go to, and you basically just wear it around your neck all day while you're in college. You can take it off if you go on break or anything, but you'll need to put it back on as soon as you get into college. Timetables. So Timetables for college, it depends. So I'm actually in 3 days a week. Most colleges you're not there every day because you could be doing apprentice, things like that. Or say for example, because I'm going to hairdressing, I could be working in a hairdresser's on the days that I'm off. But my timetable goes like, on a Monday I will do a full day, Tuesday half of art, and then I'll go on to do my English class. So it's things like that. If you do English or maths, you'll probably do that within your timetable, half and half. But if you don't, you'll probably like do a half day, and then some of the days you will be off, not doing anything. Making friends in college, I found not so bad. It wasn't as easy as in like year 7, because I know a lot of people, they've probably chose a course because their friends are on the course, so they normally stick with them. But on my first day, I had an English class by myself, so I had none of my friends there. It was quite scary, but after a while, we were sat in like a U shape, and we put a card on the table with our names on, so people knew who we are, and I felt that made it easier. You could decorate the name tag and everything, and people got to know about ourselves and everything. And I remember one lad, he was a bit crazy. He ended up going away from my course, but he said he liked smashing things. He was a bit weird. And then everyone left, and I remember we all looked at each other and smiled. And when it was break time, we ended up talking, we ended up becoming friends. So it can be as easy as that. Sometimes you might think, I don't know if I'm going to make friends today, and then you eventually make friends. And sometimes it can be over the silliest things. You could even say hi to each other, have the same interests. The last thing I want to speak about is lunchtimes at college. So at lunchtimes at college, mine is an hour, 12 till 1. And there is food at college. I've never ever tried college food, but I feel like it's a lot better than high school because there's more choice. But I prefer to bring my own food and go out. I'm lucky that my college is in a town centre, so we've got a shopping centre with lots of food places in. But if your college is nowhere near like a town centre or anything, I would bring your own food in or try college food. Because personally, I bring my own food in or I get a Boots meal deal. I know I didn't say a lot of tips for college, but personally, I want everyone to enjoy college in their own way, and I want to answer the big things that I feel like everyone asks for when you talk about college. But for the first year of being in college, I've got to say it's probably been my absolute favourite because you get more freedom in college and you can do whatever you want and you don't feel as pushed. You get treated like an adult and not a child. Because I felt like in school they did treat you, they looked down on you as well. But in college you don't get that. And you can be whoever you want, you can dye your hair, you can wear makeup, wear whatever you want and be yourself. And there's no judgment. I think college is pretty chill. Nothing really happens. The odd person did bring a knife in my college. But I hope that doesn't happen to anyone else in college. Everyone was fine though. Also, everyone, go make some friends and stay safe because I honestly think college is the best option. You make new friends, you get to try new opportunities on the courses and just make the best of it. Just make the most and best of it and try really hard on your course. And if you don't pass, don't worry, you can always try again or go on a completely new course because I'm thinking I'm doing a new course this year and it's completely different from what I've done from the start. And it's great to just try new things. If you enjoyed today's video, I know it was quite quick, but this is just my advice. And if you want to look at any more advice, I would search college tips into Google and you can find some more. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!